I'm late. Hello. Wait for the pop in. Wait for it. Hang on. Hang on. Here we go. Hey. How's it going? Hi, Drake. Let me do this. Hello. How you doing? Let's get this going. Yeah. Take it away, boys. Am I getting attacked by my microphone? Maybe. I might be. Let me do it this way, actually. I am also doing... It's a weird day. Is that volume good? Yeah, it was a weird day. Looks a little quiet. It's a weird day, but I guess not for like bad. Like a lot just happened in the last like 2 hours. So that's kind of where I'm at. Some sort of I don't know, I'm kind of bewildered by a lot right now. I'm kind of like weirdly overwhelmed. I'm like, game and music are talking about. Well, fine. I didn't do shit. Now the game's hella loud. Alright, hang on, a little bit of that. A little bit of that. That looks a little better. Still quiet? No, but alright, the game's loud enough. That looks better. Alright. We'll go with that. It was kind of an emotional roller coaster today, honestly. There's a lot of ups and downs. Currently, I'm like weirdly high energy, but also like a bunch of shit just undercut it in like the last 2 hours. So it's kind of like, what the fuck? Like it's Wednesday. It's what happened? So you've been done a confused and bewildered. Anything we're talking about? Yeah. Well, let's see. After I hum this part because I like it. Oh man. Sorry. See, like a bunch of funny shit has been happening, and a bunch of like weirdly serious shit has been happening. So like, just in a goofy mood at the moment. Yeah, so like I'm weirdly high energy and like feeling goofy, and then I had a joke fall flat, which I had to like kind of do damage control for, only to realize like the joke I was making was like coming at like an awful time, and I had no idea, which is not my fault, but it was just like, oh fuck. Like there was the whole thing. There's that, not the invisible rectangle. I know. I like that you could see it. I'm just like, what the fuck? Oh, what was going on? Like riding with RCPC is a bitch. You know, he's weird. He just talks about random stuff. But at the same time, I blasted my music and got to watch him squirm all day, which was awesome. He got yelled at by dispatch because he can't communicate for shit. Dispatch can't really communicate for shit either, but seeing them kind of butt heads over it was a little entertaining, up until the point where he started like actually throwing a little tantrum about it. And I was like, okay, all right, dude, just calm down. And then he had this little fit over like, you guys don't know what I'm going through, like being the crew leader and stuff. Like, I'm actually like really busy behind the scenes and stuff. And I'm like, listen, man, I was a crew leader for 5 fucking years. I get it. I'm just enjoying the fact that I'm not doing it right now. So he was having a little hissy fit, even though it's not that bad. You know what I mean? Like, I think he's just bad at planning and talking to people. What's the quickest way to TLDR that? Like, we showed up today. There was no, like, 0 assigned jobs. And we're like, all right, cool. We have an audit coming up. It's going to be a perfect day to, like, get stuff organized and ship shape for the audit coming up. And so we were, you know, not a free day, but like, all right, we have a lazy day. You know, it's gonna be low key. We get to work on stuff we haven't had a chance to work on in forever, and it's gonna be all good. And then of course we get there, and then we do a double check after we've settled in for a little bit, and we see that like, oh shit, we have a job. And it's 2 hours away, right? And so we're like, all right, well, fuck, we gotta go. And so we get all loaded up. We head out. We get about 20 minutes into the drive. And then he gets a call from dispatch. And they're like, where are you guys right now? And he's like, what do you mean? We're going to the job that showed up. And dispatcher's response was like, you're supposed to check with us before you go anywhere. Which is definitely kind of bullshit, because dispatch has a really bad habit of like the jobs change a bunch, right? It's never just like, okay, you can schedule things a month out and then like that's how it's gonna be. You know, it's, the shit changes like within, like between hours. So it's gotten to the point where it's just like, dispatch will tell him, you'll call me every day before the end of the day to see what's going on for tomorrow. And then the next day they'll tell him, you're supposed to just like look at your jobs and then just go to your jobs. I don't know why you have to call me every day. So he's getting this weird, very definitely annoying double speak thing, which, you know, definitely annoying, definitely not cool of dispatch. And of course he's too proud and stubborn to ever ask you about anything. Yeah, right. He'll ask me stuff and then just talk over me. It's really weird. So, like, he tried to guess this decision. And to his credit, you know, dispatch was being weird about it, because neither of them can communicate. So we get 20 minutes down the road, and then, they call him, ask where he is, and then say, like, you were supposed to check with us before you leave. And it's just like, literally, within an hour, there was nothing, and then there was something. But then, apparently there was a third thing. Or apparently there was a second thing, and he was supposed to check in with everybody before he just left for the job that he was assigned, which barely made sense. Double plus ungood? Yeah, exactly. So he asked... I was driving, and he was on the phone, and was like, so do you want us to turn around? And he asked, like, 3 different times, and eventually dispatch was just like, no, just fucking go. And then so we went, we did the job, and then we get back, and there was a second part to that job, which was assigned for tomorrow. And so we get back, we're like, hey, we did the thing. But what happened to the other job that showed up on for tomorrow? Because it disappeared, right? They took it off. And so dispatch is like, well, why didn't you do it today? You were supposed to do it today. And he's like, well, what do you mean? How was I supposed to do it today? We were doing the skirting today. You know, like doing the one part of it today. And then, of course, he got a mouthful about, like, well, you brought everybody down there. Why didn't you do the other part of the job, too? Which, this is dispatch being shitty, because they didn't take into account that his truck is down and my truck can't tow the trailer that needed to be towed because the hitch isn't the right size. So, long story short, dispatch is assuming he could do stuff, telling him not to turn around when they could have, and just giving him information late. But he's too stubborn, proud, or whatever the fuck to, like, talk to our boss about it. So, like 5 times today, I was like, well, just talk to our boss, dude. Obviously, there's something not being communicated, so just talk with them, and they'll help smooth it out. And he was just like, well, what am I gonna tell them? And it's just like, I don't know. Exactly what the problem is, maybe? So it was a whole weird thing. Like, it was funny because he got himself into a spot. Dispatch helped get him into a shitty spot. But he didn't really, like, take any action to properly fix it. You know what I mean? Something not being communicated, so he's choosing to not communicate. Yeah, right? Like, he's... Credit where credit's due. He's not the sole the sole reason this problem exists, but he is 50% of it. And it's just kind of funny. Yeah. And me, I'm like, I'm not getting paid to be a crew leader for this fucking man-child. So, I didn't say shit. I'm just like, oh, well, he told us we gotta go, so I would assume he figured it out. It's so goofy. But of course, I'm the one stuck riding with him. Or driving him around, I should say. And so his little fits about nothing, like, just affect me passively. Yeah, anyway, so kind of one of those. And then I came back and I was like high energy, and then like I made a joke at a bad time, and then I had to go into emergency like fuck, sorry, my bad, and then fuck, sorry, my bad, and then both of those people were cool. Just kind of like all over the place, you know? On top of the overthink this morning and the lovely support from everybody. So it's kind of like ups and downs. Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's not. I wouldn't trust him to lead a crew to like, I don't even know, the toilet. You know what I mean? Like. And they're not gonna pay bump me at all, ever. Because I came in and told them like, basically within a few months of me being there, I was like, hey, literally every other place I've ever worked for in my entire life is offering me like more than you max out at. Can I have a raise? And they gave it to me because they gave me under what I was being offered elsewhere, but in doing so, they maxed me out for what my position is, which is like way, way ahead of the curve, like the seniority curve and all of that. So, point is, I'm not getting any more raises here, unless I take over his crew leading spot. And quite honestly, I don't feel like doing that. I don't even want to go crew lead for towers, and I know towers, you know? I could go back to crew leading towers and make like a shitload more. So if I'm gonna do any crew leading, it's gonna be on a job that is worth it. You know what I mean? So I will be an amazing number 2. Sounds like a whole fuck ton of nope. Yeah, it's bad, especially because they won't give us good people. So like, I am totally fine just being like the expert number 2, right? Like in the true go-to. So like, you know, people will come to me for insight on what he's doing and all of that when they can't make sense of his half lucid ramblings or whatever. But like, I'm not about to play myself up into a position that I'm not getting paid for, especially with this company when I know they won't want to pay me that. Speaking of newbies, how goes the not entirely dumb Starstruck? Oh man, gosh, he is. Both RCPC and I suspect he's not gonna last too long. He's like a 20-something that thinks he knows everything, and will kind of actively deny any knowledge that you are telling him that you know for facts. You know, you'll be showing him something, and then you'll be like, okay, well, I found it's easier to do this way, and then he, like, won't trust you, and he'll do it a different way that's, like, slower and more ridiculous, and then you have that little moment of, like, yeah, see, that's why I do it this way, it saves on that, and then he'll just do it his way again. It's like, all right, fine. And so he's like, that makes him out to be way more stubborn than, like, he's not stubborn about it. He's just like, he just like doesn't believe it. It's weird. It's like dumb stubborn, you know? It's not like he's being defiant. But it's like, he's gonna walk in the bear trap like 4 or 5 times before he realizes his leg hurts. You know? It's like, what the fuck? You know, people sometimes think I'm like that because I'll ask questions instead of just blindly accepting what I'm told. That's what I understand freaking things out. That's right, but he's not doing that. Like, there was a moment, like, he just, I don't know, doubts stuff? You almost get the impression that you could tell him something he believes, and he'd still, like, ask you for the source of your information. You know what I mean? Like, he's not a nerd, so he wouldn't, like, ask for a source. I don't know, this analogy is kind of weak, but, like, I don't know, he just, it's like he doubts any information that comes from anyone else. It's very weird. Don't walk under suspended loads, kids. It's not good. Like, contrary for the sake of it, that's a good way to put it. Because he feels like he assumes you're gonna be fucking with him, or, like, lying to him. And it's like, dude, I'm not gonna, like, yeah, there's a certain amount of, like, not hazing, but, like, ragging on each other that we do. Obviously, we're working blue collar, for fuck's sake. But, like, when it's actually pertinent job information, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, the whole point of you being here is to make my life easier, so I don't have to do this portion of the job, so I can go do something else. I'm not gonna tell you the wrong way to do it. It would make more work for myself. But, like, you'll tell him something, and he'll think, like, no way. Like, no, what? Why would you doubt that? No, but, like, it's very confusing. So, like, he's fine. We're starting to teach him stuff. We're also getting the vibe that he's, like, scared to do some stuff. Obviously, with what we work on, we do a lot of crawling around and, like, going under stuff. And he keeps trying to... Oh, shit. He keeps trying to, like, get out of it. I'm just like, dude, this is, like, a core part of our job. And he'll, like, there was one instance where he was like, RCPC was telling him, like, hey, go under these, like, you gotta go under there and do this and that. And then he's like, well, I can't do that, I'm too tall. And RCPC's like, dude, I'm, like, the same height. Hey, oh, well, I'm too big. After, of course, fighting RCPC on the fact that he was the same size, because he didn't believe him. Even though he's staring right at the guy, he was like, no, you're not. Nuh-uh. It's like, dude, like, look at him. Like, it's the same, like, dude, it's physically the same size. And then, so it's just, like, another excuse. It's just like, well, dude, we had a guy that was taller than you, and he still managed to do it. What the fuck is your deal? Doesn't trust the safety yet, or he has concern about his performance? I don't, maybe? But if he had concerns about his performance, why wouldn't he at least try, you know? Like, it seems like he's so scared to try. And I noticed that with the last kid who came through here, too. It's like, we know you're gonna be bad. Right? If you're a new person to this, you're completely new to this shit, like, we know you're gonna suck. That's the point. Like, we're teaching you. That's why you're here. Like, we're not gonna get mad at you for being bad at it while you're first learning. But if you sit there and be like, no, I'm not gonna do that, or like, no, I don't do that, then you're gonna get in trouble, because it's your fucking job. Really? Does that happen? It's a new thing for me, so if it is a thing, then fuck, I guess it's a thing, but like... This is the first time I've seen it ever, where people are just like... I don't know. That's weird. That's fucked up. Like, how would you expect them to be perfect? Like, they're new. I don't know, maybe it's because I've been doing, like, specialized shit so much. I'm used to getting kids their tower legs and, you know, all of that. And this is kind of a specialized thing, but it's just... I don't know. I'm out of touch, and I fully get that, but, like... Huh. People really run into that shit, huh? I never have. But obviously that doesn't mean anything, because I'm not everybody else. It's not so much as out of touch as it's just differences in industry, I guess, yeah. Like, it's not like he lied on his resume, you know what I mean? It's like... That could work. And it did. Yeah, it's so like, because of his nerves, I guess, or hesitation, like, you gotta urge him to do stuff. So we're not fully convinced he's gonna last. Because you gotta, like, urge him into doing his job. But, I mean... He can show up at least. He hasn't been... There's evidence he hasn't worked a lot. Because he's complaining about, like, everyday stuff. So he's certainly not a write-off, but he hasn't, like, impressed me yet, if that makes sense. Like, if he can follow up what his big-chested attitude is saying, then yeah, sure, let's fucking go. Let's get to work. But like, he acts like he's tough shit because he was on the football team when he was in high school or whatever, and it's just like, then why doesn't it feel like you've worked ever? You know? It's just like, huh. One factory I've worked at has an awesome training program that figures on about 2 weeks of training before being able to do assembly line work solo. So people take that too literally and will quit if they think they won't be signed off within 14 days. What? Assembly line the next week or so? Huh. Just 3 on a machine one day by yourself in a 10-cent. You know what? Actually, yeah. Now that I think about it, that's the one time I did production shit. That's kind of what it was like for me. Cause I got the second one, I should say. They were just like, okay, this does this machine, this is this, and then you pull this when this is lined up with that, and then you're good to go. Don't fuck up, because you'll hold up the whole line. And if you do, then you should, KYS in Minecraft. It's like, what? So I guess I take back what I said, because, like, I used to tower life, man, where, like, you explain, like, you'd get a new person, and they'd be all freaked out, and you're like, alright, I know this is new. Yes, we do this every day. Yeah, so I guess I know what you're talking about. That's zany, man. Can I make this? I feel like I can't make this. Hi! Hey, Kappa. It's not as common as it used to be from when I've gathered, but there's still plenty of places. I can see it a lot more for, like, factory stuff. How you doing, Kappa? Welcome in. I guess I'm not gonna say I do a trade, but just for the sake of this argument, I guess it's like a trade versus a I don't even know, what would you call that? Grunt work? I don't know. Like, obviously you're doing specialized work, but I think it's fair to also say that, like, something like what I do is a different industry. You know, it's like it's a more specialized industry. Skilled industry versus light industry. Yeah. I'm good, just sweaty? Well, happy sweaty. Welcome in. Glad you're feeling okay. Because I'll be the first to tell you that the job I'm doing right now, there's zero skill. There isn't a fucking skill involved at all. Like, I do not feel challenged here. I will tell you that. Minus 50-50 on skill. See, that's good. I like it's nice to have a balance, right? But compared to what I was doing, compared to towers, this is shit. And it's really hard to, like, pretend it is. Because, of course, you know, the company takes itself way too seriously about it. There are aspects that are unskilled, but when it comes to developing skills for the tiny ones, it's a matter of creativity. See, and that's very important, and that's very nuanced, right? Because, like, small people are very, kids. Let me just say kids. Like, they're unique and specific, and they're individuals, right? And, like, knowing how to interact with, like, different individuals is very much different than interacting with, like, oh, this is just a new trailer. Oh, fuck, not that fucking thing. I hate these stupid baskets, man. See, that's why I would feel great in the tower line of work. I'd see a tower and go, fuck yeah, show me how to do that. Yeah, see, I loved when I got people like that. I love that shit. So I was like, oh, cool, you're a good one. Awesome. I could tell that type of person, like, all right, go on that boom and then just tighten that bolt. You know what I mean? I don't get like a, oh, how do I go out there? This is ridiculous. This is like, I don't know, the same way we did when we fucking practiced this? When I showed it to you a week ago? It's not a different procedure, because we're on a real tower now. I loved when I trained people in towers, And it's just like, you know, we'd spend a day on the tower. They'd get used, you know, they'd feel comfortable by the end of the day. And I was like, all right, man, good job. And then we show up there tomorrow, and they're like, we gotta climb again? It's like, yeah, dude, the whole job takes place up there. The fuck are you talking about? Like, the entirety of the job is on the towers. Like, that, yes, we're going up every day. I had people quit over that shit. That's too hard. We can't do that every day. What? Huh? Homie. Dude. You have a good mind, good eyes, calm perspective? Yeah, oof. That's why I couldn't do it. Easy to change a diaper, it's harder to teach them when they need to scream. We're gonna not scream. Yeah, true. Also harder to juggle the thoughts of your coworkers. That's always a bitch. I'd be one of those that would get told, don't look down, and then look down and say, why not? Something going on down there. Yeah, because you're not a bitch. Listen, there's a difference between being nervous and being a bitch. I'm just... I don't know. When they sign up, they do a test climb. Like, they show up to the job, and we don't even hire them until they climb up on the tower, and we're like, yep, this is what it's like. We're up here for 8 hours a day, and then they're like... confused after they get hired in. I was like, I don't know what you missed. But yes, we do this every day. We're up here all the time. Like, number one, like, the first thing we tell you is that, like, we go work up there. And then people somehow get confused when we're up on a tower all day. It's like, I don't know how to help you. I don't know what you want from me. I can't hold your hand and climb the tower. I have work to do, so I'm gonna go do my work, and then you can hold your own damn hand. I like how I talk like I'm in the tower industry still, and I'm absolutely not. Like I have been out, and I'm not planning to go back, and I fucking... Man. Bitch when you don't want the little ones to follow how you act. Oh, yeah. I can imagine. Not for me. Not for V. The only issue I have with being that elevated for 8 hours is bathroom business. Just go off the side. Go off the side or bring a bottle. It's like... There's a funny story one of my buddies had was... he was training a new guy. And of course, the new guy asks, like, what do we do if we have to go to the bathroom? And, you know, it's the dude training him. My buddy was just like, it's so nonchalant about it, right? Because it's something that, you know, tower climbers deal with all the time. So he was just like, yeah, man, we just go. And so the kid literally pissed his pants. Because he thought that's what he meant. And the best part was, they were climbing at the time. And of course, the dude training him was under the kid. So he starts getting like drips and shit. because the kid thought he just told him to piss himself. It was hilarious. I wasn't even there. I wasn't even in the industry yet. It was... But just hearing that fucking story was awesome. Hey, Stratus, how's it going? Happy Skittles month? Hope you'll taste the rainbow. I can't taste, but thanks, I guess. I think. Hope we're doing okay. Welcome in. Hi. Yeah, it was a funny story. And it was funny because every time we would get a new guy, of course he was the crew leader at the time, and I was the one about to go, you know, do their test climb or whatever. He would tell him, like, he would make a point to specifically mention, don't piss your pants, just go off the side or whatever. He was traumatized, as anyone would be. Unless he had a kink for it, I guess, but it was funny. There are some guys, Drake, who just... Oh, balls. There are some guys who feel the need to climb down every time. And piss. It was the worst. We'd have guys on like a 250, and they'd be like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And we'd be like, alright, I don't care. Shut up, let me keep working, you know? And then they'd make a whole big deal about it. They're like, yeah, but I gotta go. It's like, just fucking piss then. I don't care. Stop telling me. And then they'd start climbing down. You're like, where the fuck are you going? Honestly, we wouldn't even say that. We would just notice and be like, alright, whatever. And then you'd hear the crew leader bitch about him later. Or they'd get on the radio and be like, why is the new guy fucking climbing down? It's like, I don't know. He said something about having to go to the bathroom. Tell him to just go over the side. I did, like 8 times. I don't know what to tell you. Towers do things to people, man. It's a hell of a time up there. Happy Pride Month. Oh, got it. My bad. I'd be pissing like Hank from Venture Bros off the side of the boat. That's basically it. That is the advised course of action. I never had a problem with it. People would ask me like, "Don't you ever go to the bathroom?" I was like, no, I'm just good like that. It was something that like, weirdly enough, guys got hung up on that. And my crew leaders would use it against them. Be like, well, she doesn't need to go to the bathroom. What the hell's wrong with you? No problem then. No different than working on the farm and being able to live. Yeah, it's whatever. You just tell everyone else you're taking a piss, and then you turn the fuck away. I don't get it. People get so bashful. I'm just like, what are we doing? I'm trying to work here. Just... But unfortunately, it gives me the knowledge to say that for some reason, a lot of young dudes are completely bashful about their dicks. And it's really weird. It's like, you guys have to understand, like, how much I don't care about this shit. Just stop making it a big deal. Feel so inclined. Do what you guys do on road trip. Bring Gatorade bottle. Yeah. It's just... There's so many options. And then, for some reason, they're questioning me about it. And I was like, what? Don't you know? Like, I thought that came standard with, you know, the setup you guys had. Like, why are you asking the girl? I ain't afraid to pee in front of people. I'm small and proud. You do you. Whatever. That's all good. I don't care what the hell you are. Just don't ask me. You can see why it'd be more awkward around you for some. I don't know, man. Like, I'm not gonna jump them. Yeah. Like, I joke about being gay enough. They ought to know I'm not interested in seeing their dick. Like. Shut up. Leave me alone. I'm trying to catch up and make up for the fact that you're slow as shit. Yeah, but it's not commonly accepted to just whip it out and go and need it for almost every other... Yeah, well, yeah, but I can understand that the first, like, handful of times. It's like, it's the same level of weird as when, like, you tell a girl you're gay, just, like, you know, just because it came up or whatever, and then she immediately thinks you're gonna hit on her. It's just like, what the hell kind of old-fashioned bullshit is this? Like, I'm just telling you a little factoid. Like, I don't like you. Same thing, guys are just gonna be like, oh, but there's a girl, she's gonna want to look at my ween, and it's just like, that you could not be more wrong. Hi, Butter, we're talking about dicks. You're gonna shank my kidney, says I. Listen, if I was gonna try to, like, you know, de-alive anybody on the tower, I would just cut their fucking safety and kick them. Like, that's, if I'm gonna do it, I'm not gonna stab you while you're on the tower. I'm fucking getting a Spartan kick off. And I'm gonna laugh the whole time. Like, I'm not doing it some, like, I don't know, anti-Caesar way, you know? Yeah, I'm used to that by now. That's fair. That's, alright, good. As long as you're not phased. I hope we're doing well. You should see this terror in some people's eyes during boot camp, being in a shower with 40 other dudes at once. Listen, man, what people do with their insecurities is none of my business. Look, you should only worry about a girl seeing her ween if she started laughing really hard and wheezing. Not the same, but it seems easy for me. Like, that was definitely a new experience for me. Oh, like, it's biology. Everyone organic does it. Yeah, it's just... Thank fuck that programming didn't force me to pretend to have to go to the bathroom during my tower work. I can't be in the army. Near my hoy. I would assume that happens during a lot of armory shit anyway. That's gonna... Oh, I thought it was gonna clip for sure. Trickles down like piss off a tower, hell yeah. Shadow Sword time? What you got? We're here to hang. Thought my Discord thing dropped twice. I was like, the fuck? Tell you one thing, if I better get my free day tomorrow. I'm gonna lose my mind if I have to hang out with RCPC again. My body is weird with hydration. Okay. Looking at the melt furnace is hot as fuck. Worth, I chug like 2 to 3 gallons a night. Hardly sweat. Only use the facilities maybe once in a 12-hour shift. Well, your prostate's probably fine. Just gonna throw that one out there. Totally normal conversation in here in a stream. Butter, did I ask how you were? Butter, where'd you go? How you is? I don't know if I asked you. If you're lurking, Edmon, stay lurking, stay lurking. I just realized I didn't ask you. So for some reason in the Northeast, square dancing is a gym-required course. The fuck? Alright. 2 years after I graduated, a friend and I were playing Just Dance. Just Dance. Yep. A friend got on a friend got into it. I took off her shirt. He took off his. We shirtlessly square dance and have her move perfectly. Nice. Hey man, if you're having fun, go for it. If you're having fun, if you're not hurting anybody, who the fuck cares? Sometimes you just gotta take your dang shirts out. I'm here. I'm just enjoying today. Okay, good. Good. I just want to make sure. You don't gotta talk or anything like that. I just want to say hey. Fuck that wall. Wait, Drake, you had a ticket too? That's the first I've heard of this shit. Wait, square dancing. Of all the fucking weird things. Like, why? Like, where? Is that a cultural thing? What the fuck is going on in the Northeast? I'm so confused. Alright, yeah, I want to go get all the... and the line that you had to take... Hake, oh gosh. Yeah, country's the worst. Like, country as, like, a landscape identifier, amazing. The best. Literally cool. As a music, fuck off. Respectfully. But, like, I'm not saying it's not valid. I'm just saying I really hate it. And I'm never gonna listen to it. Doing great, no work today, so I'm just gonna spend my time editing a little bit for a certain someone. Ooh! That'll be cool. I hope they like it. That's very sweet of you. Probably left from you. That is the dumbest thing ever. Found out a metal song with the same BPM and made it work. That's kind of cool, actually. Like, let me fucking leave to give me a truck to run on or a ball to punch. Ugh. Don't make me touch people. Yeah, that is nasty. And I don't say nasty as in, like, I'm trying to make this a sexual joke. I'm just saying, like actually, that's just gross. I don't want to touch people. Especially when I don't know them. Like, I don't, like, at most you get a handshake or a high five. Not like, yeah, we're hooking arms now. Because, like, fuck that. Then... What do I know? My non-culture having ass. So confused by this. Violence, contact, random people contact. Yes. That I can get behind. Some people have had to learn the hard way that I will instinctively react violently if I'm touched unawares. I don't blame you. I've had some less than optimal reactions that have made me, like, very defensive and stuff. It's like, if somebody wants to try something, I've already accepted my risk. Do not touch me. It's like the cringe, like, it's like when somebody thinks you're on, like, a friend level and you're absolutely not, but they, like, don't understand that, and then they try to, like, do, like, camaraderie stuff at a weird time, and you're like, I don't even know you. like that one new guy who wanted to be a driver, and he was, like, really doughy, and then they ended up firing him out from under me. Like, I barely even knew. That one, like, we would get done with our morning, like, safety meeting or whatever, and I'd be like, all right, man, go hang out in the truck, I'll be right there. And he'd be like, all right, cool, and then, like, go for fist bump, and I'm like, what are we doing right now? It's like 6 in the morning. Nothing happens. You didn't do anything. We didn't do anything. Nothing has been accomplished. You don't deserve this fist bump. Like, don't get out of here. Very few exceptions. Yeah, I don't blame you. Even the SWAT OA is like, yeah, nah, that's fine. Like, you're both valid. Fist bump thing I've come to accept slightly more just because I'm usually wearing gloves, and I've come to learn that that's how some people say hi. Yeah, I've seen that very rarely in my time interacting with humans. I know what you mean. I know the type of person who's like... I would... See, like, I would do it if there was any sort of, like, irregularity to the rate at which I see somebody. You know what I mean? Like, if I haven't seen somebody in, like, any more than 2 days, then if I see them and I'm familiar with them and I like them, I might do that. And because, like, going for, like, a handshake would be weirdly professional. You know what I mean? But of, like... I don't know how to say that. Does that make sense? Like the sweet spot between, like, 2 days and, maybe, like, 4 months, assuming you're still working the same job and you haven't seen each other in a while and you're familiar with each other and you like each other, then when you show up to someone, like, see him again, you might give him a fist bump or whatever. But if it's, like, been... If it's been 2 to 6 months and you're not working the same job, maybe a handshake. I don't know. Currently dealing with that with my counterpart on days who walks in and bumps everybody. Oh gosh. That's a little, like, are you a corporate plant trying to, like, team build right now? What is going on? I'm not judging. I just get a little suspicious. I don't know. It feels like somebody told them, like, you should be nicer to everybody. Or you should be nicer to people, so they're, like, going out of their way to, like, be nice to everybody. Does that make sense? It's kind of the vibe I get off of that. It's just like, what do we do? And I realized it could come from a completely genuine and wholesome place. And I'm just weird because I don't like people. But it's like, what are we doing here? Do you think I'm bad about not speaking until spoken to, like, on the stream and stuff? That imagine me with people I don't like. Set up tips, so jokes about me being a corporate planner, not a cover cop. That's funny. I like that. Which is hilarious to me, because I know you're not going in there every day like, boy, am I excited to work. Like, you probably are, but not saying it kind of thing. Like, it feels good to just be in a spot and have something to do, but, like, it's not like you're fucking wide-eyed and bushy-tailed. Am I close? Fuck no, I'd rather not work at all, but at least this isn't so crushing as other places. Alright. Feels nice to be wrong every once in a while. I can relate on this in the sense of like I've had people not necessarily ask, but like kind of just assume, I guess, maybe, that everyone sort of has like a dream job kind of thing. No one's been rude about it or anything, but it's like, yeah, I don't care. As long as they pay me and I can buy everything I want with it, I don't give a fuck what I do. Can I tolerate it? Yeah. Do they pay me enough? Cool. Is it not in an office? Awesome. Do whatever. Setup Tech and I are pretty similar mentally with nobody else to fuck with us. Yep. It's actually warned about him being hard on newbies. Don't let that push you away. Like within a week of me being my own, we're giving each other shit back and forth. Perfect. Love that. It's like me and one of the guys I recently had to train because, like, when I first saw them, RCPC was going on about, like, some whatever laws and this and that and how the communist agenda something or other. And, they were talking back and forth with him about laws and stuff, too. And I was like, oh, boy, here we go. It's just a whole horde of them now. And then as soon as I got to talking with the guy, it was indicative that, like, he thought RCPC was crazy, and we immediately got along. And I was like, oh, fuck, thank you. And then the whole rest of the time they were there, we were just bantering back and forth. It was awesome. Same guy who asked me if anyone has ever told me I was kind of a badass, and if I knew that I looked like V from Arcane. Pretty much me. I'm capable of just about anything. Have zero desires, zero ambitions, regardless regarding work these days. Yeah, I don't know. It's I'm not a career-oriented person, right? Like, it's fairly easy to make me happy as far as human standards go. You know what I mean? Like, if I was gonna tell you I had a dream job, it'd be taking on mercenary contracts and fucking around in my mech frame, which I don't know if you knew, but I do that every fucking day. So it's like, I'm good. I'm fulfilled in other aspects. I don't need a crummy earth job to feel good about myself. And even if I was just like not doing the whole mercenary thing, I don't base my happiness off of work. Like, that's what I have hobbies and free time for. Work is just to fund that. Exclusively. Like, I don't know. That, no, not to take away from anybody who likes to have a good career. That, more power to you. You know, I like having something to work towards also. I can understand that. But like, man, do I just not care for the most part. I'm never gonna find happiness pursuing money. That's not how I work. And a lot of the times people who have a career goal aren't just in it for the money, which is extremely admirable. They're in it because they want to follow a career that means something to them, which is amazing and definitely the right way to go about these types of things. But like, it's for the purpose of making money. You know what I mean? Like, I would assume it's a dream job because you wouldn't volunteer to do it. Like, yeah, this is something I could do for money. for a long amount of time. Hopefully that distinction makes sense. Not one for work defines who I am. Yeah, literally anything about me other than just being required to exist. Yeah, yep. People who I have, you know what? Let's chill for a bit. Greatly frustrated with certain people around me. Yeah, I have. I've seen it both ways. I know people who are like, yeah, that's fine. You can do whatever you want. Obviously, you're an independent person and you can make your own choices. And then there's those other people who are like, why don't you care? Why is it your passion being here 2 hours early before your shifts? I think a good way to say that is like, I will never get lasting fulfillment from something that I'm required to do. There's never gonna be something that like, and there could be overlap, I guess. But like in a general sense, like if it's something I'm forced to do, it's gonna be less enjoyable than an equivalent thing that I chose to do just because I enjoyed doing it. That's why I don't stream for money, you know? It's like, why... I think that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. The point is, if you are career-oriented, more power to you. Go crazy. Have fun. Do your best. I believe in you. You can do it. Not for me. You give me a paycheck and a to-do list. Like, that's all I want. Talking literal rocket science with another nerd in a factory one time, and someone else chimed in and said, what the fuck are you doing here? Not at NASA. Setup tech is also old-fashioned like that. Awesome. Harps on me about job hopping in the past and needing to build stability in a career. Dude. Does give money? Yes. No. If yes, is it tolerable enough to do it every day? If yes, cool. Sign me up. Like, I don't need to be doing anything like epic or in service to a specific thing or person. It's, I don't know, more growth in the sense of adversity? Expand on that one for me. You lost me a bit on that one, but I'm curious. If you're having a good time, like, everybody knows I'm a perfectionist. I love being the best at, like, everything that I set out to do. But I don't set out to, like, have an awesome career. Learned that it's predominantly an American thing, too. It's weirder in other countries to ask people their professions when first meeting them. Yeah, Americans are so proud of the weirdest shit, and it's just like, I don't understand why we're talking about this. Like, so confusing. Prefer finding new ways to do stuff rather than doing it one way. Oh, that is fair. Though the one way is easier than I'll do it. Got it. That makes sense. I like optimizing as far as efficiency goes, so like no matter what I'm doing, I'm gonna try to figure out the best way to do it. But it's not like I'm passionate about this thing specifically. You know what I mean? Like a big portion of my job right now is I drill holes, right? Like I don't care that I'm drilling holes. I'm not like excited that drilling holes is what I'm doing because I've always wanted to drill holes and it's doing a good thing for our customers that I can drill holes really well. I just like having a task and being able to do that task as well as I can. That's the pride point. It's just like, I don't care what it's about. Like, I just like being able to do it well. So it's like, oh, okay, cool. You need to drill a well for this charity. All right, I'm gonna be the best fucking well driller you've ever seen. What's a charity? That's kind of the vibe. Thank you for your service to this charity. Yeah, whatever. You got another hole for me to drill? I'm trying to like do it faster next time. Also, what's a charity? Grind mice, that bullshit that other I don't, dude. With the amount of people that I've seen that are just like addicted to working in place of like loving their family or being interested in life. That is where I'm like, ugh. Yeah. Excited to share something new yet familiar. The kids I work with. That's cool. That's a good trait for somebody in position. People have come in for being arrogant or perfect just for putting an effort to do the best I can, regardless of how anyone else does it. Yeah, it's like, why, what is so bad about being like, what's the word? Intrinsically motivated. You know, like, what if I want to be good just for the sake of like wanting to be good? Why do people have to have a problem with that? I'm self-motivated. Like, that's. So many people just have an issue with it. I love that. See, because like Kappa, one of my favorite things to say is like rediscovery is better than discovery. Like if you could see something a different way or a new way or you know. That's better than discovering a brand new thing. Because it's like, oh, cool, now I have this thing that I've known, but now I can interact with it differently. That is magic. There's a bunch of bullshit down there, so I'm just gonna... Even when I was literally a trainer in a factory and used my skill set and learning capabilities to teach others how to do it the best way they could for it. That comes back to what I was talking about with this new kid at Earthwork. It's just like, I'm not trying to do anything other than tell you how to do your damn job so that I can go do something else. There's no ulterior motives that I have to imparting knowledge other than to impart the knowledge. One of the ways, like, I'll have a, I'm sure everyone can see this one coming, but, like, when I teach, specifically, like, skills, because that's usually the only thing I'm ever teaching, but when I teach, I teach like the person doesn't know anything, and it can come, like, it can come off really condescending, because by that I mean, I explain everything as if they are coming from nothing, to make sure that I have explained everything in detail. And I have people, I have had people basically get offended, basically think, like, I think they're stupid. Because I'm just, like, explaining it in depth, and I'm like, no, dude, I'm just trying to make sure I give you all the information. I don't want to have this conversation again. I didn't want to have the conversation the first fucking time. So you can bet your ass I'm going to try to explain everything in one go. And show you in a way that I can just, like, unchain you immediately. So that I don't have to talk to you anymore. Why you treating me like I'm dumb? It's like, I don't know you. I'm sure you're very smart. But as soon as I explain something, and then I say, like, oh, ask me questions if you don't get it, that's the moment nobody's gonna say anything. So I'm just gonna explain everything from the ground up, base knowledge to advanced shit. And then that way I can say I told it all to you. I think anyone who's been in a leading position will know how annoying it is to repeat yourself. I know, I hate that shit. Because usually, like, when I was assigned to train somebody, it was like an afterthought, right? It was just like, oh yeah, by the way, we have a new guy, get him up to speed. And I was like, we have a deadline in 2 days. Yeah, whatever. Alright, man, sure. Let me get right on that. So I gotta teach a dude something, let him go as soon as possible. And then get back to, like, catching up for the lost time because I had to sit there and train a new dude. Which is not his fault, of course. But I'm not gonna sit there and explain it 8 different times while I gotta catch up on whatever else. I will respond in a minute, I promise. I'm racing the crane right now because I'm weird. I'm like, I gotta queue stuff up before the crane queue's done. Got him. Okay, alright. This is the sort of stuff that causes me to stick around me. I am seen and I see you. Thanks. We're good. I'm glad this is who I relate to. And who find me relatable. I've literally told someone, it's my job to go over all of this. I don't know what you know or what you don't know. You're learning this job and I'm learning you. That's a good way to put it. I usually tell people like something akin to, I don't know how smart you are or aren't, and until you prove that to me, I'm just gonna explain everything. One of the shittiest jobs, like sites-wise, I ever had was a site where I was a crew leader. I was new to the type of I was new to leading the type of site we were on. So like I had done full builds plenty of times, like a million fucking times, but I had never like led one before. They gave me a crew of let's see, I had the 1, 2, 3, 4. I had 4 people on this crew. 3 of them were new. One of them, the only one that wasn't new, hadn't worked on this type of stuff before, and he was on restricted duty because his arm was fucked up or whatever. And the site had to be done within like, fuck, I can't even remember, like 2 weeks or whatever the fuck. So I'm training simultaneously 3 new dudes. And trying to operate on the tower and be the command structure and like teach this 4th dude how to do everything on the ground, like from the tower. It was the worst. Did I do it? Absolutely. Fuck yeah, I did it. Did I hate it? Yes, every second. I drive by that tower sometimes, and I still fucking flip it off every time. It's like, fuck you, stupid piece of shit. So if you have AT&T and you go by insert city name here, then you're fucking welcome. Apart from everything else I fucking did all over here. Oh, I thought that was 2-tiered for me. Not on the Craneable Element game. How about you? Get off my ass. That's not really a job where you can just say, okay, you 2 did this busy work here, well, I show number 3 how to do this. Yeah, no, it's really not. Because, yeah, you can't be like, all right, hoist that antenna set up to me. And then when you did that, let me know. Like, I gotta be there. I gotta be involved in everything. And, of course, the tower was busy as fuck. So, like, there's, like, 6 carriers on this fucking thing. So there's like a bunch of the new equipment needed an escort, right? You can't just like rig it in a way to where you have a bunch of headroom and then just have the thing come straight up. You have to rig it in such a way to where like you have to physically go down halfway down the tower, push the new equipment that's coming up out and around all of the existing bullshit so you don't damage anything. And then, so you're walking up the tower with this new shit. And of course, none of the new guys, like, trust their harnesses or anything yet, so they're all scared. So I had to do that. And we had, like, 6 lifts on that job. So I'm trying to do these antenna lifts while teaching somebody how to tag out on the grounds. Oh, did I miss one? Yeah, I guess I missed one. Whatever, didn't damage anything. So yeah, I was doing these escorts while teaching somebody how to actually tag the thing out to make my life easier, while the 2 other people just were, you know, up there sitting around. They, you know, they didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to do anything. There wasn't anything up there for them to do, because I can't just be like, all right, you know, go over there, rewire that squid while I'm getting these antennas up, or like, I don't know. Go disconnect, like, take the weatherproofing off the 1900 shit, and then, but don't disconnect anything yet. Like, they don't know what the fuck anything is. And then, of course, while I'm doing that, I gotta tell everybody how to rig on the ground so they'd know how to lift the antennas up without breaking anything. It was the worst. And then every time I tried to ask for, like, help for, like, somebody competent or whatever, I would get the, well, you know, they got a deadline today, and I'm like, that's cute. All right. Whatever. I'll deal, I guess. Sounds like they were testing you too. Like, I wasn't even a new crew leader. Like, I wasn't new at it, you know? It's not like it was like a hazing thing for me. I suspected it might have been something like that, too. I don't know. I don't know. That's part of why I don't want to go back into towers, because as much as I would love to go climb again, I'm too experienced. So, like, any tower job I'd get, they'd want me to run a crew. And I just want to go be a climbing idiot. You know what I mean? I just want to go, like, be good at being on top. Which, of course, I'm amazing at that. Because before I was crew leading, I did that a shitload. But if I go work with anybody I like to work with, in other words, I have to take a random chance to get the spot I want. Because if I go work with anybody I want to work with, they know how good I am, and so they'd want to just get me leading a crew instead of just being the best grunt on that crew. Hit it like a boss boss. Yeah, I killed it. And the best part is, with the with those sites, they do a video audit before they approve the site as good. So basically, you have to do everything that involves getting the site up and running. But before you can walk away from the site, you have to do a video call and have somebody approve it. 0 things wrong with that site. Because of me. No punch items. Not a 1. So I not only did it, I fucking killed it. It is. Yeah, it's just one of those bummers about towers. There was a couple times today where I was just like, ah, fuck it. What if I just go back to towers? Or like, ah, fuck it. What if I just go be a trucker? You know what I mean? And just like drive around all day. But it's like, yeah, I probably would hate that. Also, I wouldn't be able to stream. It's the same as like the getting a weekend gig to keep me occupied and be like, nah, I'd go crazy. I could do it. I'd go crazy. But I could do it though. That is just the whole half. I thought for sure it was gonna be less than that. Whatever. Oh, can I actually... I want to try something. I want to destabilize that whole fucking thing. This should work, right? Might be able to find a home for dinner type of gig. Seen a lot in my area. Aren't a long haul. Yeah. I'd have to see what... I have been thinking about it, like, genuinely. I don't know, like, knowing the type of short haul shit around here, I'd have to be really picky about it. Because I know it would bring me to some places that I wouldn't be able to fucking stand driving to all the time. So it'd probably end up being a double-edged situation. It's hilarious to me that I would have to do this, but I've also been wondering if I should pursue getting a certification for another field entirely, because it would be good money, and it'd be like a pretty stable position. It's welding, and it'd be like, obviously I know how to fucking weld, but according to human standards, I don't know a fucking thing. All right, I want to see if this works. So I'd have to go get, like, official certification for that. But that would eat up a lot of my time. So please are picky about that. A couple of factories in the auto industry around me, and then even if you are certified general welding, they put you through the manufacturing. Yeah. Ugh. Like, welding's fun, too. It's like, it's just relaxing to me. And it's like the perfect kind of thing, because this is like, oh, okay, I just gotta be really good at doing a bead, you know? And it fits right within that, like, okay, you do the same thing a lot, but it's different kind of every time, and also, the better you are at it, the better you are at making money. It's like, oh, yeah, cool. Welding has, like, annoying interviews, though, because you gotta, like, do a practical, and I hate doing practicals. They suck a lot. Like, I understand it, and, like, it makes sense, like, why. It's just annoying when it's just like, okay, well, you interviewed well, but, like, if you fucking blow it on the practical, then your starting wage is gonna be ass. It's like, man, that kind of sucks. Again, I get it. Obviously, that's the whole job. You need to be good at the whole job, but, like, if you have a bad day... Can't remember that. Who sang that song? Daniel something? So actually the training setup tech is doing this week is just, he's not learning anything new, but the maker of some of the CNC machines have requiring recertify. I hate that. Like, ours is special. Why? Because it has your name on it? No, because it has our company logo on the side. Huh? That was something Towers did too. Basically, all these big companies got together, and they were trying. The idea was to develop like a one test kind of thing, to where, like, to standardize testing that happened in the industry, because, you know, various people require various different things or something. So I think the idea was like, okay, let's just have one certification, and it'll be kind of like a catch-all thing, and then that'll be the standard, right? And it was, like, way too high level for what they were asking for. Like, it would give, like, very specific tiers of knowledge, and they would expect, like, basic bitch tower climbers to know it. And it's just like, no. Like, it completely eliminated any possibility to get, like, a green guy and then teach him. It was very weird. It felt, like, very cash grabby. You know, it's just like, oh, this is a standard now. It's like, all right, then why is it shit we never would touch? Like, some of the crew leaders that I was hanging out with for, like, who were in industry for, like, 40 fucking years, they're like, when would we ever use this? This is not a thing. Like, I don't even know this. Because it's not relevant to what we were doing. It was very weird. Like, we were doing lines and antenna shit, right? But then this test was like, oh, you need to know how to tension a guy tower. It's like, no, we fucking do not. It was very strange. Situation with this job, going in through the temp agency was, my pay is ass, but there's been stuff set up just talked with me about. Setups, asked some things, he says, I was thinking, and like, got it. That's good. I mean, see, it's easy to, like, get into a job and, like, accommodate to it, like, acclimate to it, not accommodate. So you know the practical knowledge that you need to know to succeed and, dare I say, excel at the position. Some of the smartest guys I know have never been certified for shit. But it's just because they do it all the fucking time. It's like, you know, it's the age-old book smart versus street smart argument. And of course, these are people who never were really good at being book smart in the first place. So then some fucking hotshot clean boots comes up and is just like, oh, I'm better at this job because I have the certification that says I know what I'm doing. And then you put them wherever, you put them on the job and they're like, frogs and headlights. It's like, it's a frog and a flashlight. It's like, well, I thought you knew this. What's going on? Then you got fucking Randy over here to like spitting on wrenches and stuff to make them work better. And you're like, I don't even know how that works, bro. Like, you're crazy. Clean boots. Clean boots and a clipboard. Most out-of-touch person on a fucking job site has the cleanest boots and a clipboard. In factories, it's smooth hands. Yeah, soft hands. I would always call, you know, there's obviously the fun ones like Greenhorn, classy. I'd call people New Blood all the time. Time check. Oh yeah, look at that. Hella Gooner. Goober time, not Gooner time. That's for another stream. Oh, that's a part of it? The fuck? Hey, Jesse. I was on a customer service line for an hour trying to get my internet back. It worked, though. We're good. Welcome back. We've been talking about blue-collar, well, work shit in general, I guess. Oh, hi, lag. How are you? That's never happened before. Yeah, well, I don't know what happened there. What happened? I tried a new DirectX version. That might have something to do with it. Oh, come on. Really? Hello, game? The fuck, Duckif? Blue collar being my thing. AAC? Yep. Last client's dog bit my leg and they were super apologetic. Damn. Alright. Was it... Need some details on that. It's a big dog, a hard bite. Also, thank you both for, what, the support earlier this morning. I appreciate that. I feel like I did, but I did have some worries I didn't respond fully or in a way that made sense, but I appreciate both of you a lot. And of course, everybody. But you guys mentioned Steve, you too, if you're in the background somewhere. Yeah, box. But having the specific messages was nice. Told them their dog must have worked with immigration before they left. It was of course a pit. Yeah! Not a Staffordshire Bull Terrier or whatever the fuck they're trying to hide him as or whatever. I got news for you. It's a fucking pit bull. Anytime I'm a bit of help, we're here. I know, I appreciate it. Of course. I just wanted to reiterate. You responding? We appreciate it? Okay, good. Alright, cool. Just want to make sure you felt heard and appreciated and all that. I stream and have a community for the benefit of the people that enjoy it. Myself being the primary one. There was that thing, just like, I had an event to go to, like, not last weekend, but the weekend before, and it fucked me up. So I'm getting some lasting stuff from that. That's what all this recent weird mood shit is. Which is very frustrating. The weekend I got invalidated for like 2 days straight. Yeah, that. It was the worst. No reason to wait until I'm bored or any other excuse to come to us with everything. Yeah. I like being transparent. That's really fun. And healthy, I feel. So I'm gonna send it to the people who are used to my bullshit. Is it better than dumping it all over Twitter or Blue Sky or whatever? Obviously, I'm someone who can think through my own shit myself. I don't rely on other people for, like, comfort and whatever. But the reassurance is always helpful, all the same. Stab. Overthink virus is real though? Yeah, it's nasty, man. Especially on limiter, you know, that's just, ugh. And especially because there's like so much I can't tell you guys. Alright, let me just try doing one of these. I know I've been going on about that lately, but I have a lot of specific reasons to be frustrated at it, so. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. This song sounds like a save room in Metroid, by the way. Just putting that one out there. I'm rocking the arts along with the background stream now. Redo, hope you have fun. Hope you have a good time. Oddly enough, it reminds me of the old series of Flash games, Think Thing. I don't know if I remember that one. I will say, though, Jesse, if you wanted some background noise, I was ranting about work shit for a lot of this VOD, so you might find a lot of that relatable. That's not to force anything, of course, but it's just like Drake and I were relating to each other hard. And I feel like a lot of that would be something you'd vibe with, too. Blue collar wills are universal. Yes. I don't think any of us expect you to tell us stuff on the level you might not with cute or anything. Oh, yeah. No, definitely not. Sorry. I meant that from, like, a programming angle. But definitely that, yeah. Here and willing as you've seen. Not relying on us. Yep. No, I appreciate it. Of course. I feel like one thing I am is like very obvious, you know what I mean? Like I think people know what they're getting with me when they interact with me, and I like that. It's definitely a comfort thing. No, not about that stuff, but with the overthink agenda. Oh, right. Okay, all right. Cool. I get you. I'm with you. Yes. I'll do. Wait. Yes. That's how I did that. Oh. Sorry, I just had an art idea. This won't do it, but I kind of wanna... I think the walls are gonna fuck me in this one. I'm strong, independent, black hander. Don't need nobody will do them. Ah. Bing, bong. I just get hung up on people who view seeking assistance from in any form as relying on or being a burden. So I'm often trying to convince them how unhealthy that could be. It's not possible for them to do everything on their own. No, I get that. Like, I get that. Like, you guys all get that I'm a stubborn bitch, right? And I mean that in the most healthy way possible. I would feel, what am I looking for here? I personally would feel ashamed if I couldn't at least, like, begin to tackle my own problems, right? I would feel, like, bad. At the very least. I should be able to at least come up with, an idea for what I'm going through. You know what I mean? It's because, what is it? Venting without coming up with a solution is just whining. Or I forgot how that goes, but like. Point is, I'm not trying to do everything myself. I have healthy channels. But I like to, you get, multiple voices on it. Because that's always helpful. Second opinions, third opinions, fourth opinions, etc., etc. But also, talking about it releases a lot of the stress on myself, so it's just a healthy thing to talk about it. So like, yeah, I can have a solution figured out and like feel comfortable with how I'm gonna move forward, but like extra healing won't hurt, you know? Not to say you guys are extra, of course, etc., etc. I don't need to fucking caveat my caveat, but like, it's like, okay, I have this idea of how to improve and how to get better and how to not overthink or whatever. Let's reinforce it. With the alternative possibility of getting an additional perspective. You know what I mean? I had a moment because I saw, there we go. I saw somebody recently that I have struggled to like talk to, not because they're weird or anything, but because like time zone and shit. But they always were cool to me, and they seemed really nice. And they announced like a really sudden just graduation. Like they were like the last time I talked to them, they were doing well. They're excited to do new things and like reinvigorate themselves. But then I saw like maybe 1 or 2 posts, and it's just like, oh man, all right, they're clearly going through some relatable stuff. And then I'll cut to a little bit later. It's just like, fuck it, I'm graduating. It's like, oh shit. And this is not to pity them or look down upon someone else's misfortune or like get excited that that's someone else's misfortune. It's just, I came at it with this self-appreciation mood of like, damn, because it's not that I've had thoughts about graduating, but it's like I've had extreme thoughts in regards to like overthinking this shit that doesn't matter. And it was just another one of those moments. Just like I'm proud I was able to not succumb to the overthinking. Like it didn't make me take an action that I would likely regret. Your penis brothers, the fuck? We were talking about that earlier too. Not the penis brothers thing, just dicks. I recognize that you're working on it too, which is good. Good, yeah. See, it's a constant, you know. It's one of those things. It's just gonna be around. Just keep your wits away. Venting for the sake of venting goes nowhere unless there is an active. Hey, what's up, homie? How's it going? Welcome in. We're kind of getting into some deeper shit, but we're having a good time. Being healthy community vibes. Hope you're doing okay. Venting for the sake of venting goes nowhere unless there are active measures taken to improve circumstances and so forth. Actions take precedent. Yep. For me, that action is like realigning to healthier things and refocusing on things that matter more. Which I feel like I've been doing okay with. Yeah, it's lovely to see you again. I appreciate you hopping in. Something I've had to work on is trying to jump right in and take action, because sometimes someone does just need to vent and feel better, have someone to listen to. So sometimes they're just too heavy-handed with the, I'm here to assist. Yes, I get that. Sorry, Drake. Graduating means ceasing to VTube, like stopping VTubing or streaming in general. Retiring, I guess, is another word for it. I don't know why graduating became a thing, but it is. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure it came from an established platform or something. I just can't remember why or where. I heard it once mentioned why it is the way it is, but it's whatever. Cheers, yeah, no problem. Got you. Always got you. In a way, I've had some really messed up... Thank you. Hey, Bones. Had some really messed up thoughts of just cutting all ties and isolating myself from connections I made. But yeah, that's a super unhealthy thing to do and super selfish. Yep. Worthwhile connections are important. That is honestly probably the best thing I've heard all day. In the middle of a day filled with amazing things. I used to be somebody who was very self-contained and didn't really reach out to anybody. I vibed with my family and that sort of stuff, my other soccer members, of course. But like, I was very closed off to everybody else, and as a result, very toxic. You know what I mean? I was defensively, not defensive. Like, I was very protective of allowing people to see my personality. And that was definitely, like... It just hates picking these things up. It lagged again. But the point is, like, it took a long time to shake out of it. Hey, Headed, what's up? How's it going? So, like, in existing on Earth now with the limiter and all of that, and going through all this crazy fun stuff, this opening up as much as I have is pretty new for me, honestly. It's not like this was like an everyday thing for me. For strangers, you know, like with my family, obviously, like they knew who I was. I had this relationship with them. It was well established. We were comfortable with each other. But for like people who didn't know me, even if like friend level, very, very like close up. And even this is coming from an introvert, by the way. Shitty way to live. Like, of course, you don't have to have a shitload of friends and like be talkative all the time and like all that bullshit. Like, obviously, extroverts are cringe, and that is a joke. But like, I don't know, if you have a connection with somebody, you shouldn't like disregard that connection with somebody on the basis of like, yeah, but I'm a loner. You know what I mean? It's like, enjoy the fucking connection with somebody. It's not like, it's fine. Hopefully that made some sense. I'm losing my articulation. For a bit. Keep walking under suspended loads, and I'm gonna take pics of me standing on a forklift forks to send them to you. I'll be fine. I step on forklift forks all the time. That's yeah. I'm not around them when they're active, though. I just walk all over things. That's just what I do. Lack of connection is actually how you end up falling prey to some wild idealism cultist stuff, by the by. Yes! Good show. I think I know who you're talking about. I know who I'm talking about. Fucking RCPC is exactly like that. That dude's still fighting, like, the revolution. What the hell? This is gonna be a thing. Oh, and the physics. Don't question my physics. Heard some forklift shenanigans at work this morning too. What you got? It's just floating midair. Don't question it. It happens all the time. This game is based on Earth gravity, I'm sure. A lot of the rhetoric is actually designed to target folks with similar mindset. Oh yeah, it's very predatory. Alright, I think I'm gonna take this sliver out, and then might be about it. Still a ship, even at the graveyard. Gonna go rest of that unit showing some info. Supervisor was on a lift unloading raw material from a flatbed. A flatbed driver would then put up the sidewalls. And it's gonna take our scrap back since we sell it to a supplier. Remelt, okay. Shuriken tied to some rope and you're just playing Spider-Man with it? Basically, yeah. Not a shuriken, fuck, what is that? I can't remember. Kunai? Basically, yeah. It's basically just like a fucking harpoon head. It's crazy, I love it. It's fun, it's so helpful. Otherwise, you'd have to crawl around the whole outside of the boat. It sucks. See if I can't do one of these. Nope. Well, actually, I did nail that. Now I get 2 for 1. Oh wait, I'm done. Be gone, thought. Damn. Could I use the stairs? Yes. Am I gonna? Not yet. Ah, the angle's too weird. Stairs it is. Is that off? Yeah. Just to make sure. Supervisor said that's not how we normally load it. Trucker said people do it all the time, it'll be fine. Supervisor listed a dump bin with over 4K of scrap to the max height to dump it in over the sidewall. Dump bin's change was too long and shifted forward when he stopped. Tipped the lift with the bin into the side of the truck. On top of that, he undoes his belt and bails. Wow! That's a violation right there. Yeah, that's like everything wrong with like tip over shit ever. Oh! Oh! Yeah, of course it's major. It's Tentacle and Mistress. Do you see how I did that? I was playing into the thing. Hi! Hi, Tenta. How's Warframe? How's it going? Welcome in. Hello, Raiders. Let me finish the shout-out thing, then I'll give you the speech. Welcome in. Hello. Hi, Mistress. Hello. Oh, this is perfect. Mistress did my model, everybody. By the way. But hi. Hello. If you don't know me, my name is Volprak. I'm an interdimensional multi-frame combat android from a planet called Sigoria. I happen to be an independent mercenary mech pilot, and in between doing that whole thing and a job I have on Earth, I do a bit of streaming. I'm not quite comfy, not quite chaotic, somewhere happily in between. Today is definitely a bit more chill. But I have been rambling about, like, work life. Which has been a fun time. I'm just tearing apart a boat. Just hanging out. I hope you guys had a good time playing Warframe, though. I will admit, you're not quite raid training, but I'm not long for this world here. So I will be raiding out in a bit. But that's not important, because what is important is you decided to raid here, and you were supporting Technical Mistress. That means a lot. So thank you for that. I love seeing the homies get supported. I hope you had a good time. I don't know. How do I ask about Warframe? Did you war good? Did you farm good? That's what it is. Did you farm? How was your farming? Did you hate it today more than yesterday, or was it fine? Ship Graveyard's going well. It's such a cathartic thing at this point. I am well into DLC, and so I'm on like big cruise ships and cargo ships and that sort of thing. I've done all the contracts for this one already, as you can hopefully see. If my hand will let me, it's above me. I'm trying to do a cool hand thing. Like, I have cool hand stuff. It's up there. But I'm just finishing tearing apart the boat anyway, because I can, and it's relaxing, and I like it, so. It is being exactly what the game needs to be. Cathartic, simplistic, and realistic. Honestly, I'm playing it today because normally I hang out with Savvy on Wednesdays, but she's on vacation. It's a good time. Laughing Omen, thanks for the first time chat. And for hanging out with Tentacle and Mistress. That means a lot. We were pushing through Trunks' story. Grind is honestly fine compared to a lot of grindy games. That's fine. That's good. Side of a few grinds, nothing bothering with a few of the grinds. Heard that, got it. Tentacles off for destruction? Good. Yeah, that's why we hang out. That's why I love the dude. Are you kidding me? If you're on my side of things, of course, Tentacle being one of the, our bone man, our leading boner in D&D. Bone Daddy. Bone Daddy. Bone Daddy and Mistress Mama. It's always good to see you guys, though. I'm glad you're back to streaming. That's amazing. That's good. I need to grind for one more gem. Yeah, careful saying that around here. You cannot get it to drop from mining nodes to save my life. One kind of gem. Wait, what's the chance? What's the drop rate on that? Also, the gem thing is a joke. You can totally say it. It's just we gotta be very careful. Honestly, this is probably the safest place to say gem. Because she doesn't come here. Dude, the magic of time zones. It's probably what Drake was about to type. Drop rate is tentacle is playing, so we won't drop down. Yep, alright. Understood. They've been talking to your D&D dice. I get it. Alright, I'm gonna get these things uprooted, and then I will have to make like a tree. If it was my D&D character, the dice would either erase itself or have infinite resources. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. I love how genuinely you were not kidding. Like, it is literally like the 1s and 20s. Mostly 1s. Awesome mood. Minion has been trying to get Hate Scythe blueprint on and off. Or yeah, oh, this is one. Got it. No one ever believes me, but basically whatever I do ends up being spectacular, for good or ill. I can see it. Mistress is pretty spectacular. Boom! Sex joke. At late. Oh man. That either got a spit take or my model is actively being deleted right now. That seems good. Wait, I need to be on this though. Hold it hostage! Oh, spectacular went straight to sex instead of just an awesome person. Well, of course, that's what I'm getting at. Well, because he said, whatever I do. Never mind. Whatever. The point is, Mistress is spectacular. I can hear tense now. Twitch, how do you blacklist somebody? Nah, it's you two. You two for sure. It's one of the few things Ash has going for him, is that he introduced me to you two. I don't like to give him a lot of wins, but he does deserve that one. It's one of the few good things he's done for me. Belated Ray, thank you, Malice Bliss. I appreciate you. Anyway. Just more. Well, thank you for the first time chat, too. I appreciate that. We're happy that all of our groups collided how they are. Yeah! No, it's awesome. I love it a lot. Bad sex jokes and all. Yeah, where did you meet him in Hunts? I'm assuming. I don't know if you knew Artie first at all. Yeah, where did you guys come from, actually? That's it. I don't know if I ever heard that story. Who are you people? Didn't say it was a bad joke, it was a good joke. Spectacular, Nathan. Hell yeah. I love how you rated and were like immediately grilled about who you are. Hilariously, Bats popped up on my suggested. Oh, so it's Batsy's fault. Oh, that's way better. Okay, fuck Ash. I'm alright with that. Gotta interrogate the homies sometimes, yeah. And potentially put them on edge. It's just how we do it here. It was Batsy's fault. Yeah, that's way better. I'm totally fine with that. Yeah, alright. All good. That means Ash has more work to do. I hope this gets back to him. Ragging on that dude is way too fun. Anything to steal away from the tin? Yeah. Ash got one ultimate compliment from me that I swear I will never go back on. Like, I will never joke about how truly I mean that compliment. But he also got me to play Hunt. So, you know. He's lucky I gave him the win where I gave it to him. Aw, oh, dang, that would have been cool. Would have been.
Your skills are impressive, pilot. It is good to have you return.
Who did it? Lucy! Hey, thanks for the resub. Ah, the first of the new year. Welcome in. Time to read destruction. Well, thanks. I'm glad I hung out for a bit. It's like when your puppy eats your good boots. Huh? Alright, I got nothing for that, but... I say the next campaign, I'll try to come up with a group of characters based off of something stupid and see how long it takes for them to catch on. Like all of us play Scooby-Doo characters without specifically saying, oh, that'd be funny, actually. That would be good. Does that mean we're getting Mr. Sin, finally? You gonna play with us? I thought that was kind of a goal for this one. Hi, Lucy. I hope you're doing okay, though. Hello. I do, unfortunately, have to end-ish right now, but... Hello. You got time to tell me how you are, which, hopefully, you're doing okay. Yeah, no, I'm talking to you. Get in here. Like, play games with us. We have spent a criminally low amount of time together. Doing good? Just chilling a bit? Good. That's what I like to hear. When my fixers are chilling, that's when I know something's going right. Especially if I helped with the chill. Ooh, you know, I know she started at the same time as me. But I'm gonna try to raid over here. They're only an hour too. Man, there's so many options. I don't want to go. Kinda. I hate this. I want to raid everybody. Yeah, we'll go here. Fuck it. Go say hi to Sammy if they're playing Pathfinder. Tell her to draw more green, actually. You know what? If there's a raid message, just say draw more green. I think that'll work. We raid all the channels at the same... That'd be actually really cool if we could just, I don't know, randomize the amount of people you hit. That'd be hell to try to manage as, like, somebody sending the raid off. But it'd be like, alright, what if the amount of viewers you have randomly gets distributed between a bunch of people that you raid? That'd be fucking crazy. Anyway, go say hi to Semi. I'll live her a ton. She's great. Yeah, raid messages. Draw more green. There you go. No stream tomorrow, but tomorrow is Voodle Day, so expect a weird, cruddy drawing from me. It'll be in the Discord. It'll be on socials, which they have links. You know, there's Discord. That's the one I care about. And what else? Void and Droid Friday. Not gonna be D&D. Probably more Subnautica, something. I don't know. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thanks again, TNM, for the fucking raid. Love you guys a ton. See you later. Bye.